Do you want to know the 3 steps to successfully work divorce listings? Hey, listen, divorce listings are a rough thing because they can be so emotionally charged. And I'll tell you that 14 times. But let me tell you, they can be an absolute gold mine if you're going to go with divorce listings. Chris Stafford here, 30 plus year listing agent in San Francisco. I'm still in the trenches, so I know what works and what doesn't work. I'm also the founder of the Listing Collective, where the top-notch listing agents all around the country are being shown the way. So I'd love to get you more information on that. Hit the link down below. Let's jump on a call and let's figure out a way for you to 10x your listing business. But again, let's talk about divorce listings. Divorce listings can be a gold mine, as I said. And the reason is because there isn't a lot of competition for going after them because they're so crazy. Here's the deal. There are 3 key steps to working divorce listings successfully. But here's the deal. They are so emotionally charged. You have to really keep your emotions in between the lines. You have to be the kind of person that can stay tranquilo, as they say in Spanish, the kind of person that really can be a calming effect on the 2 parties. Because let's face it, your clients are freaking nuts. There's no other way to say it. When you have a husband and wife and they're trying to split and divide assets and all that kind of stuff, it is not a pretty picture. So working divorce listings is not for the faint of heart. Now, I've had the good fortune to work a lot of divorce listings in my 30 plus years as a listing agent. And I want to talk about what I consider to be the 3 steps of working divorce listings. Okay, step number 1, we have to find the divorce listings. Okay, one of the easiest ways to do this is to actually go to the court documents online and see which divorces have been filed in your particular county. You should be able to do this online. I can think of one county. I think that Louisiana, it's a little rough to do online stuff there. But every county in the United States should have some kind of online portal that you can find those divorce listings. And then call them. That's what you got to do. Also, a great way to do this is find attorneys in your county that specializes in divorces. All right, this is something that is so super easy to do. Just call them on the phone. I say that I have a script that I use also for probate listings, and quite frankly, for a lot of people, if you really want to build your SOI, that's a whole nother video that I talked about. But all you do is call them on the phone and you say, hey, John Brown, I hear you do great work. Do you mind if I stay in touch with you for referrals? Now, the divorce attorney doesn't know whether you're talking about referrals to them or from them. So they always say yes, and then get them in your CRM, send them a hand note, send them your business card, and also your statement of qualifications. The statement of qualifications is nothing more than like a summarized CMA, if you will. It's a sophisticated calling card. You don't have one? Well, use mine. I'll show you, stay with me to the end of the video, and I'll tell you how to get my statement of qualifications. But definitely use it. You have my full permission to plagiarize it and make it your own. But when you send a hand note with a business card and your statement of qualifications, it makes a huge impression. Put them in your CRM and call them every 3 months asking for divorce referrals. Easy peasy. Now, the same thing can be done also with mediators and therapists. Because guess what? Mediators and therapists are the first ones to know when somebody's getting a divorce. Okay, so it's easy peasy. It's super cool to reach out to them because the therapist people that I have in my database are super cool and super crazy and super fun. And so that can be a really rewarding relationship because they're going to know firsthand who's getting a divorce. So that's step 1. Get the listing, okay? Step 2, like I said earlier, it's how do you work divorce listings? Step 2 is number 1, you have to be Switzerland. You have to be super neutral. You have to have that calming effect, tranquilo, because if you're not tranquil, guess what? You're just going to exacerbate the whole situation. the most important thing also too, and oh my God, I've had some crazy stories around this, and that is where the husband or the wife tries to do an end run around each other and contact you directly. All communication it has to be communal. That means that everybody has to be on the text, everybody has to be on the messaging, everybody has to be on the emailing. Don't start getting into individual conversations with the husband or individual conversations with the wife. You need to be 100% transparent, and that means everybody's on the thread, everybody's getting the same information, asking the same questions and getting the same answers. I mean, I can tell you that I almost lost a listing last year because the husband started calling me, and when that happens, you have to be emphatic. You have to say, listen, put it in writing. I'm not going to answer you anymore. I'm not going to talk to you individually. It's really important for your sake and also the sake of selling the house, and also for your wife's sake, that everybody knows what's going on, that we're 100% transparent. That's how we're going to get this job done of selling the house. Super important. And again, I'll say it once, I'll say it a million times. Be tranquilo, be really calm. You have to be, oh my God, that's the one thing that you have to do, and that is to keep your emotions between the lines. Because if you don't do that, oh my God, you're dead in the water, seriously. How do you market? Step 3 is marketing your listings. This is also important too, because one of the things that is super easy to do, if you really want to specialize in this, and again, not for the faint of heart, I don't recommend this for everybody, is generate a guide to selling divorce properties. Divorce, listing your house for sale. Call it whatever you want. ChatGPT or AI can generate a guide for you in 30 seconds. And I don't have a copy of one because every market's different and every person is different. You definitely want to keep this in your own style and your own words. But generate a guide and use it for your marketing. Give it to somebody, a graphic artist on Fiverr or Upwork, and have them design a guide for you. And then use this, send it out to your attorneys, mediators, therapists, send it out to everybody that you know, so that could be a great lead magnet, a great marketing tool that you can use to attract business. Also, super, super important, very important that you have a stable of vendors that can whip up a house just like that. Contractors, carpet people, painters. You want to have a stable of vendors that can turn a house staging into a show place right away. I have one funny story where I listed a house for sale a couple years ago, and there were hooks in the ceiling and on the walls, and then I found cameras everywhere in the house. And I thought to myself, my God, is this house being used for a porn movie? Regardless, my contractors ripped it all out. My stagers had that place looking like shipshape in a week. So it's really important that you have these vendors. And another thing that I think that is not that important, but a lot of people talk about, is they do have courses for divorce transactions. So in other words, you can get a certification to become a certified expert in handling divorces. I never did that. I don't think you need to do that. There's no qualification. There's no obligation to do that. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're one of those that loves to have a string of letters after your name, there are courses out there to certify you to be a divorce expert. But again, these are the 3 steps to working divorces. But the most important thing that you have to know, going with your eyes wide open, is you have to be the kind of person that has the emotional fortitude to really withstand everything that you need to go through to deal with 2 crazy ass clients. Super important, because not everybody likes to do divorces, seriously, for that reason. But what that means then is maybe your competition isn't going to be so crazy. So this could be a veritable gold mine for your listing business. Now, if you want to get a copy of my statement of qualifications that I mentioned earlier, just hit the link down below where I talk about my statement of qualifications, and I'll send that to you right away. But really, the most important thing is do a self-assessment, really give it some thought and think to yourself, do I really want to work divorces? And if you're the kind of person that can really handle the emotional aspect of it, go for it, and go for it, with gusto, because you really want to make these things happen. It could be a great niche for you. All right. And if you want more information on how you can implement this whole strategy into your business, hit the link down below, jump on my free masterclass. Let's book a call and talk, no charge. I would love to get you on the phone and just talk to you about how we can 2, 5, or 10x your listing business today.